All right, everybody. You probably have been anxiously maybe awaiting for this video because I have been talking about E3 for months, but it is Thursday, June 7th, and last day of E3. So, what I'm going to do here is just give you a quick recap of what I saw at the show, what I was really excited about, and kind of tell you what I thought. So, this was my fourth E3 and probably most exhausted I've been ever after E3. I left on Sunday. On Monday, we were privileged enough to go to all of the press events. So we started off the morning by checking out Xbox. Xbox had some really cool stuff that they were talking about with a new technology that they're incorporating into the Xbox 360 called Smart Glass that allows you to extend content that's going on your Xbox to your tablet or phone. So imagine you're playing Madden, and if you have Smart Glass equipped, what can then happen is you can push or take a look at the play that you're going to run on your tablet or your phone, and also like go through and edit the play or see a little bit more information about deep stats. So allows you to extend that experience that you're having playing the game, but onto your tablet or mobile phone. So great press event. They talked a little bit about Halo 4, showed some really cool stuff. Halo 4 looks beautiful. They shared a little bit of information about a new Gears of War title that's going to be coming out. They talked a lot about entertainment and applications that are rolling out onto the device. Talked a lot about how people are using Xbox more to consume content versus just playing games. They also teamed up with Nike, so Nike and Xbox are forming a partnership so that you can do Nike Trainer on your Xbox. So it's similar to what's being done with Your Shape or some of the other fitness titles that are out there. I think this utilized the wristband that they have out there. So really interesting there. A great event. They ended with showing off of what was going on with Call of Duty. So all about the software. Unfortunately, nothing about a new console. But I think we all kind of knew that was going to be said. But I was secretly, hoping that we would hear about what was going to be the next Xbox. So after that, we then headed to the EA press event. EA's press event is pretty sweet. They show what's going on. They showed a bunch of new titles. One really big thing is that they now have the UFC license. So UFC fighting is going to be exclusively done with EA now. So available on all consoles. But instead of THQ where it was, it's now going to be on EA. So big there. They showed off some of the stuff with what's going on with Madden, some of the new innovations they're making there. They showed off Need for Speed Most Wanted, a new one which Criterion is working on. Game looks great. I had a chance to play it today. Really cool stuff. Sharp. The multiplayer was really fun. Really looking forward to that game coming out, and stay tuned for some more news on there. I'm such a tease. After that, we then headed to the Ubisoft press event, which was one of the best press events, I think, of the show. Ubisoft had an amazing lineup of titles that they were showing. They showed off a Rayman game that's going to be on the Wii U that allowed you one player to control with the tablet that the Wii U has, and what that utilizes. It was interesting to see how that was all working. They showed off the new Assassin's Creed, which looks beautiful. It's taking place during the American Revolution. Really cool setting. I'm geeked for that title to come out. They showed off the new Far Cry, which looked pretty sharp. And then, like the kind of jaw-dropping moment, they showed a new title called Watch Dogs, which is coming out, which has a lot of people buzzing here at the show. It was probably a really well-kept secret that they've been working on it for 2 years, and they showed this title and it looked beautiful. The environment looked great. There's even rumors that supposedly it's a next-gen title, and it was running on next-gen tech. So really cool there. And then after that, we then headed to the Sony press event. Sony killed it, I think. I think they really played to their hardcore gaming audience, showing off the exclusives that they have. They showed off the new God of War, which looks awesome and just so brutal, very violent. It was so cool, and the demo ended where you were actually splitting open the head of some big man elephant thing, and you split open the head and you take the brain out, which is pretty crazy. Then they actually ended the show showing off The Last of Us, which is a new Naughty Dog title. Just looked really, really cool. Ended that night. Next morning we were off to Nintendo. My humble opinion, a little bit of an awkward press event. all about the Wii U. They gave no love to 3DS. They were just talking mostly about here are some of the games that are be coming to Wii U, but nothing crazy. No, they didn't announce the price. They didn't announce the launch date. So that was a little bit of a bummer to me. And then they also showed a new Mario game that's going to be coming out. They showed like a suite of titles that really use the functionality of the Wii U, including a game that was a 4-player game, or a 5-player game actually, where there's 4 players and they're trying to go around and find a ghost, and one player plays as the ghost and the other 4 people play as characters looking for that ghost. And the one player who's the ghost actually uses the tablet, and they see things totally differently from how the other 4 players who are actually looking at the big monitor, looking for that ghost. So good device connectivity. Overall at the show, I thought it was a good show. I think it seemed like it wasn't as busy as previous years. Saw a lot of great stuff from Ubisoft. Sony had some great content. Microsoft had a great booth. But my kind of game of the show, I didn't have too much of a chance to play a lot of games, but I played the new Aliens game, which is going to be coming out in February. So, great first-person shooter. It was a multiplayer demo where I was playing as the Colonial Marines, and then you're fighting against the aliens. So, really cool title there. I don't think it hurt much that I had the highest kill-death ratio. But that was really fun. A really great game. Waited 45 minutes to play it. There was a line consistently at the show to check it out. So that's one game I really dug. I really dig the new Need for Speed. I played that today. Really, really fun multiplayer. I think the guys at Criterion, did a great job, and EA has a hit on their hands. Borderlands 2 looked really, really sharp. Sat through that game, a demo of that game. Watch Dogs, like I was talking about, the Ubisoft press event, looks beautiful. What else did I see? Just a lot. E3 was big this year. Big as always. Lots of noise. Once again, we were at the show, which was really cool. So I'm humbled and honored that I work for a brand that understands gaming and digital culture and really gets it, and sees value in gaming and lets me really geek out and do some cool stuff in the gaming space along with a bunch of other teams. We were there talking about Focus ST this year. We had a booth leading into the West Hall, which was where all of the big 3 were at, so lots of great foot traffic. I think the feedback on the booth, or people were digging the Focus ST, a lot of people checking it out, learning a lot more about the vehicle, so really, really, really cool there. Had a chance to go and meet one of my geek idols, Kevin Pereira, so my friends at G4 were happy enough to, or nice enough to set me up with a photo opportunity with a lot of the personalities on G4, so it's my cover photo now on my Facebook profile. But very, very cool stuff. Great show. I am exhausted. It's about 9 o'clock back home right now. I have a quick dinner, and then I'm going to come back home and clean up and get ready to head back to Detroit on tomorrow, which is Friday. So overall, great show. Every year I look forward to E3 so much, and this one did not let me down. I think next year's E3 is going to be the E3 where all the new consoles will be announced from Sony and Nintendo, I believe. I'm sorry, Sony and Microsoft. I think you're going to see even more about the Wii U. So is it bad that I'm already looking forward to June of next year? So about 360 some days to plan for next year's event, possibly. But once again, great E3, 4th E3. Hopefully looking forward to my 5th, which would be next year. So those are my thoughts on all things E3. Thanks.